So you make being sound pretty simple, but yet we have a lot of different tools that have been offered. You know, which one for today? How do you know which one to pick?
Whichever one works for you. It's, really, okay. The giving you guys something to do is nothing more than time pass, okay? You're going to do something, so do this. Go ahead. But really, in order to be in the moment, nothing needs to be done. In fact, the less done, the better, of course. But some people, a lot of people, including myself, when I was seeking, wanted to do something. And so, I practiced going to see my gurus and hanging out in that energy, and through that, some of it rubbed off, you see. And I did different practices at different times, but at that time, I wasn't very disciplined at any of them. I had stamina for a few months. I actually did this long chant in the morning, the Guru Gita, which I could never really get through. It wasn't in English. It was very difficult, hour and a half. But Baba said it was important, so I did it for a whole 6 months. After 6 months, I still didn't get anything out of it. I never did it again. But I gave it a shot, you see. So you do the things you resonate with. And really, though, really, it's so simple that you can't do it, because really everything that you know, everything that you do, everything that you think, everything that you say arises out of the stillness. All of it does. So it's like, if you can just go to source, just go to that place from which everything arises, then you're there and you don't have to worry about it. You can just watch the thoughts will rise, then they subside back into the silence. And that's how it works. Everything comes from that. But because the mind is busy, it veils you from seeing it. That's all. So the mind prevents you from being able to just sit in the silence. Because what happens? You sit down to meditate, you let quiet be there, and what's the first thing that happens? The mind, hello. The mind's got an idea, it's got a thought. I think, oh, yeah, really? And then pretty soon you're thinking about what you're going to make for dinner. And it's like, so that stillness is gone because the mind fills that vacuum with its thoughts. That's the nature of it. And as long as it can continue doing that, it veils you from seeing and just being with its stillness. That is really, if there were to be a home, that would be it, because all of you rose out of it. All of this movement came out of stillness, didn't it? But you see, the body is based on movement, a heartbeat. It's based on movement. Everything about the body is encapsulated in movement. Stillness, you see, is where all movement arises from. But when you're in movement, stillness is hard to find, especially by the one who's still moving, you see? So, but it's okay, because, we all came from that place and we're all going to that place. It's just a temporary situation, this sense of movement. So, well, it's really, really, really easy from this side of the fence. It's just difficult to get y'all to this side of the fence because it's not a place that you can go to, you see, because that would be movement. But if you can allow the movement of your life, the thoughts, the feelings, the actions, if you can allow them to be distant, to be on the sideline instead of front and center, if you can allow that, then what you can do, what can happen, is you can live in the stillness while the movement continues. And then that sense of peace that I'm talking about is always, always, always present, always in the forefront. And the movement, which does not really have peace as its main characteristic, it just goes on as a sideshow, you see, but not as the primary. Thanks for bringing it up.